Hello everyone and happy Friday. It is the 21st of June, 2024. My name is Kyle and it's time for Maker Notes. Today we're going to talk about the stained glass cowl. That's this piece here that's by Angela Gromeyer of Fiber and Fusion Studio. It is knit using 2 hanks of yarn from Earth Yarns. It is a company in Turkey. They make really amazing hand-dyed yarns. This is unique fingering. This is one of the yarns that you need to make the colorway there. This is color 3003. Unique fingering is 100% extra fine merino. There are 435 yards in this 100 gram hank. This yarn is a self-striping yarn and it is wonderfully soft. It is the same base as harvest fingering. That's what this one is. Harvest fingering is dyed using natural materials. So this one, which is black, is called thuja. And thuja is a coniferous plant that they use to actually dye this yarn. Each of the colors in harvest fingering are named for the material that they use to get the color, not necessarily what the color is. So you'll look at the different color names for this particular yarn and you'll see the names seem like they don't match, but they do match because that's why. It's the material that they use, not the color that it produces. So the two of these together make up the colorway that we named Celestial Sky, color 3003, and Thuja. 1 hank of each of these is what you need for this project. The project itself, it's worked in the round. It uses stranded knitting. It's a great opportunity to try your hand at managing 2 yarns, either one in each hand or continental. You could hold them both in your left hand if you want, or just however you manage that yarn is just fine as well. You want to keep them in the same order throughout the project. Your yarns shouldn't wrap and twist around each other, but you probably know that. Working in the round, just knitting all of those stitches, it's a great way to find confidence and build confidence if you're newer at colorwork knitting. And this pattern, because the chart is pretty simple, makes it a great first project for someone who is just diving into the world of colorwork knitting. I showed you the Celestial Sky. That's the one that the sample was made of. There's also one we called Autumn Twilight. This is color 3029. And all the unique fingering, these colors, they're all just numbers. They don't really have names. So that's 3029, and it's back with its friend Thuja. It's the same black yarn. So 1 hank of each of these to make Autumn Twilight. And then the third one, where'd you go? Here you are, is 3031. So this one is lots of blues, 3031 with Thuja again. So all of these together, one of each of these hanks of the 2 different yarns are what you need to make the cowl. It's of course inspired by stained glass. I think it looks really amazing using these 2 yarns together, and we love it so much that we are offering it as a kit. So I have a limited number of each of these colorways available, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and grab one while you can. Of course, you're going to get the pattern as well. We will buy the pattern on Ravelry for you. So if you have a Ravelry ID, let us know what that Ravelry name is, and we will put the pattern in your library. If you don't have Ravelry or you don't use it, that's okay too. We'll just send it to whatever email address you use when you check out. We of course print a copy. We put it into a page protector and we'll send that along with the yarn. And so when you get your package with all the goodies that you've ordered, you'll be ready to cast on. So that's the stained glass cowl. That is all about the Earth Yarns. Let's talk now about, let's jump over down here and talk about these. So this is the Addy To You. Addy To You is a really luxurious silver ring that is used for colorwork knitting. It was designed by Crazy Sylvie. It comes in this little box here, and inside the box there is the ring. So the ring itself goes onto your finger somewhere around there, right? And you put your yarn through the little hook, and through that little heart there is a spot on each of those where you can put your yarn through, and it helps to keep your yarns in order for continental knitting and color work. So this is a really wonderful ring. It comes in 3 different sizes. It's open, so it's also easily adjustable. So you can choose whatever size you think will work best for you, and treat yourself to this little luxurious tool. The other thing that's really cool about this is because it's open, you can kind of see how it's open there. You can also tension your yarn by putting your yarn through the ring itself to like add a little bit of tension, and then through one of the loops. It works really well as well to add a bit of tension to one of the yarns if you're interested in this. We have them. I'm gonna put you back in your box because that's where you like to live. This, not you. I'm not putting you in the box. Your ring's going in the box. Then the next thing in the newsletter today, the Easyit Rocket Set. So Easyit Rocket Set comes in the Kitchener Stitch bag. So this bag has on it a good reminder for those of us who are not great at remembering the Kitchener Stitch. It has all the instructions on here for you and a fun vintage graphic. Inside here, you're going to find 9 of the Easyit Rockets. And Easyit Rockets, so from, let's see, a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, all the US sizes. I will pull this one. So this is the size 3. And you can see when I get it out of the package here that it has a long tapered sharp tip and a standard tip. It has the turbo finish, of course, and the 2 needles. So the one is a teensy weensy one, and this one is a little bit longer, but this whole needle tip to tip is about 10 inches. So it's great for very small circumference knitting if you're working on socks or cuffs or something. It's also really great for cabling if you want to try using it as a cable needle. You just pop those stitches that need to be held onto this needle, let it hang in the front or the back, whatever the instructions say, and then you can work it off of the other side of this needle. It's also great for parking stitches, so if you needed to put just a few stitches on hold, it works really well as a stitch sort of parker, stitch holder as well. So anyway, it is a great deal. If you're interested in gathering the whole set together and adding them to your collection, you can do that. You can do that now because we've got them. Also, we've got just a couple more copies of Andrea Rangal's book. This is Knit Ovation. It is a fantastic colorwork book. We're talking about colorwork, so I might as well mention this as well. It has all kinds of really wonderful patterns in it that you never knew you needed. So many fun things. Lots of themed things. There's some little goats. Look how cute they are. And the one thing, let's see, where is it? In here that I think is really cool is all of the colors of the yarn that was used for this are color-coded in the book. And there is somewhere in here, there's a list. Where is it? Well, heck, I'm not going to find it, am I? Sorry, I should have had this. Here it is. The swatch color guide. So it tells you what colors were used for each of the swatches. So if you wanted to knit the bread motif and get exactly that same color combo, you can look at these colors in this chart and figure out which color yarn was used for that. And all of the yarn was Neighborhood Fiber Company. That's the yarn that was used for all the swatches in the book. So grab that if you're interested in that. And then the very last thing that I'll mention today is Spill the Tea is coming up. It's right around the corner. We have just a couple more of our bonus packs. That is this project bag with the graphics from Marie Green and Olive Knits, rainbow zipper, and inside here there's all kinds of goodies, including an enamel pin and a sticker and an invitation for you to join use your leftovers if you're using Twist, which is our featured yarn, to make knitted knockers for people who have experienced breast cancer and had mastectomies or partial mastectomies. That is a wonderful thing you can do with Twist, which is an approved yarn for the knitted knockers. So I think that's what that is. There's just a handful of these left as well. So if you're interested, it's your last chance to get one of them before they are all gone. The party begins on the 3rd of July, so the pattern itself will update and release on that day. And then the goal, of course, is to knit as fast as you can and see how quickly you can complete an entire project. So that, my friends, is it for this beautiful Friday. It is a warm one here and most of the places in the country. Make sure that you are bringing water with you. Keep your all your little pets and things nice and hydrated. Remember that that ground is hot as well, so if you're taking the littles on walks and their little bare paws are on the sidewalk, be aware that it is hot, which means the ground is hot as well. And that's it for me. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. I'll see you again on Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Bye.